What's up YouTube? This is Collect Pokemon and I've been experimenting with some sort of video like this. I don't know how popular or even, whether it's actually good to film this sort of video, but might as well, let's try it. Yeah, a lot of people has been talking about this Pokemon hype and this Pokemon price spike all around, eBay and, many different forums. And I've seen that, there are some YouTubers that has been, starting to make video talking about this kind of, investment or talking about whether it's good to invest in the market or is it good to sell your cards. Coming from a collector's perspective and coming from an investor perspective. So for those who knows, I originated as a collector, and then I saw some opportunity in investing in a lot of Pokemon cards and graded cards, and that's where I am right now. So for the past 5 years or so, I've been keeping a close eyes on the Pokemon card market. Even though if you guys are on this channel, you've seen my Magic card opening as well as Digimon card opening. I'm trying to explore different types of card game, but to be very honest, I am most comfortable and I am, you could say, most qualified or confident in looking at Pokemon cards. Yeah, so a lot of the people out there has been talking about, the rise in price of both PSA cards as well as single cards. I mean, PSA or graded cards, people suggest that, the price is high because PSA are, really slow currently in working to grade all the cards, and there's just a decrease in supply of the PSA card that causes a price spike, which I think does hold some merits. And yeah, that's why I would hold back on a lot of the newer modern cards for PSA, because technically once PSA start sending it or giving it out or start grading again, the price would definitely drop back down, especially Hidden Fates. So those are the cards that I would like you guys to watch out for. Another type of YouTubers would also talk about how single cards, or I'm going to keep talking about this term, Hidden Fates. This set, it's going up, the price is, skyrocketing. If you go on the TNT website and stuff, you can see that they're, a lot of them are out of stock, these sort of stuff. But there is I wouldn't say it's a large reprint, but there's definitely a reprint of the, Hidden Fates tin. But the amount, I would say, is all allocated. So, I mean, a lot of distributors are not just allowing whoever wants to buy it to just buy a lot. They're still, allocated. So that's why I think the supply of that will not really destroy the value of Hidden Fates unless they reprint something bigger. I mean, to be honest, if they just reprint the tins, that's fine, because that would just lower the price of single cards. If they reprint like ETB, those could be a problem. I mean, look at Shining Legend. I mean, yeah, Shining Legend is one of the I would say one of the worst Pokemon investment that I have ever put my money in. Yeah, nothing happened. I mean, like, for the past 2 years, it hasn't moved a single bit. And you could actually, I think just a couple of months ago, you could still order Shining Legend Elite Trainer Box. Yeah, that's kind of how bad it was. Anyway, this video, I actually want to focus on some ideas, so some things that has not been really talked about or discussed about, elsewhere, or maybe I'm not aware of it. It's the sealed modern booster box. The good old friend. So a lot of people think that, collecting or investing in modern booster box for Pokemon is not a good idea, which I agree for most cases. If you look at the past history from Evolution XY12 until, currently, the price, I mean, Sword and Shield, or up to Sword and Shield, the price of booster box, except for Ultra Prism, pretty much stayed the same for a very, very long time. We are finally seeing a much higher floor or higher ground for selling. Usually it was, back in the Sun and Moon era, the Guardian Rising, Burning Shadow, it used to be around like $80, 81 or 80, 85, 89, something along that line, the 80s. But now we're finally seeing that new boxes are released and are selling for like 90 something. So that's something a little bit more positive. It means that, there are people are not finally undercutting, so shops are not undercutting each other for $1, $2 just to sell that card, to sell the booster box. A lot of people are still worried about collecting or investing in moderns because of reprints, because this word just scares a lot of people, which is true. I mean, Pokemon did make a reprint, and a lot of people did lose money, especially at the time of Roaring Skies. I think that was XY6 2-ish years ago. There was a huge reprint of XY6, XY5, which is Primal Crash, and Roaring Skies. It was going up to $200, $300 a box. And then it suddenly became, $80 a box. So people who invest in it, people who bought in to those booster box in the 150, 200 range, they pretty much lost half of their money. Actually, I would say they lost all of their money because it's simply no one was buying the Roaring Skies booster box. Even if if you hand it to them, they're like, no, I don't want it. So technically, you lost everything. So that's why people are very worried in investing in booster box, which makes it quite interesting because that would mean that for the whole Sun and Moon era, a lot of people just don't collect booster box anymore. They don't invest in booster box. They will, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think there would be someone that has 20 pallets of, Guardian Rising or, Crimson Invasion, stored in the storage unit somewhere, waiting for the price to go up. I highly doubt that there will be. So once that these boosters are gone, they're pretty much gone. And because of that, I think Pokemon can actually, better control the print run because they take back that power because no one's stocking up or no one is slashing it away so that it grows later. Pokemon is can control the print run, and I actually think that might not be such a bad idea. And because of this, 2 booster box has risen in price, and the price, the rate of that price increase is just huge. And these 2 booster box I'm talking about is Unbroken Bond and Team Up. So these booster box have skyrocketed in price. Unbroken Bond has been steadily going up in price for the past 2 or 3 months. Team Up, past 6 weeks, it just shot up. I have no idea why. Well, I mean, Unbroken Bond, I can see why. Team Up, not so much. But the question is, will this price be good, or will the price be stable, or will Pokemon reprint Unbroken Bond? Unbroken Bond was actually reprinted once already. So when it was first released, there was a small amount of it, and then they reprinted one whole portion, a whole batch of it. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, don't quote me for it, but I'm pretty sure that it's unlikely that Pokemon card will reprint Unbroken Bond. Not just because that they've reprinted it again, but I mean, if you try to analyze it using a business perspective, why would Pokemon or why would any company reprint a set? They would reprint a set because they believe that they can capitalize on it or they can make some money. Now, here's the thing. Is Unbroken Bond the booster box that can make the most money? Technically, you need to understand, yes, the booster box might be going for $200 a box, but if Pokemon is reprinting it and selling it to the distributor, the price doesn't change. I mean, you could argue that there is a huge demand for it, so therefore they make the money, but the price of the secondary market, even though it reflects demand, it doesn't reflect the actual price differences that Pokemon will get. So rather than that, Pokemon would be better off printing things that are even more, allocated, things that are, people are still trying to collect rather than Unbroken Bond. And I'm talking about you Hidden Fates. So that's why I'm foreseeing Pokemon will print more of the Hidden Fates product. Hopefully, I mean, honestly, I hope not, but likely they will. Because of that, I will have to make a video on Hidden Fates another time. And here's the thing. Why or when was Roaring Skies reprinted? Roaring Skies was reprinted after Breakpoint, Breakthrough, Fates Collide, Steam Siege. These are considered to be the most unpopular set for quite a while. I mean, there was a little bit of hype in Breakpoint, Breakthrough for a little bit, but it just wasn't, the hype wasn't there. People were not buying that much Pokemon card back then. And this is the prior to the Pokemon Go era, where simply, the numbers of players, I mean, has been, stagnated. People don't find it new or, new to buy these set. So Pokemon actually needed the money. And what's better than to reprint a popular set, Roaring Skies, to pay for the 4 sets. And 4 sets is quite a lot. I mean, 4 sets, it's like, what, a year worth of release. That's why Roaring Skies, I think that's why Roaring Skies was reprinted. It was reprinted because, they had a really bad year and they needed some money back. And then Pokemon had a really, really good year with Evolution and the starting of Sun and Moon SM1, SM2, SM3. 2 and 3 were super popular, and they did print a lot. The print run for SM1, 2, and 3 was huge. And then obviously the market crashed for Crimson Invasion. Ultra Prism, they cut back on the print run, but the price of Ultra Prism boxes actually rise up. And here's the thing, they never reprinted the Ultra Prism booster box. They reprinted a lot of the Ultra Prism Elite Trainer box, but not the booster box. So what's next? Starting from SM5, they've been very careful about the amount of print run in booster boxes. And you can see that, many distributors are just simply not carrying as much booster box. That might be because they don't want to carry that much, or Pokemon is not printing as much. And I think it's going to be a combination of both. And they've started to change that all Elite Trainer box have only 1 print run. I mean, they're simply not printing a lot more Elite Trainer box. Now, this brings us back to our current situation. Is it as bad as a year of a year of no revenue for Pokemon, the card side of the company? Well, I mean, the current situation, it's bad. So that's why they printed Hidden Fate Tin. That's what I think. They capitalize on it. And it's unlikely that they'll reprint Unbroken Bond nor Team Up, because these 2 guys only have 1 year left in its rotation. That's one thing. The second major thing that you need to consider is around the corner, we are going to have the Sword and Shield 3. So the SS3 booster box will contain Charizard VMAX. Traditionally, any sets with Charizard is going to be a popular set. And to throw it in there, Gardevoir VMAX is going to be in that set too. So chances are that, Pokemon will be able to capitalize on that, that kind of booster, that kind of set, which means that they don't have to resort to printing more of these. So the price of Unbroken Bond and Team Up is likely to continue to increase. It's quite interesting. What other things are there? Yeah, and the recent products, this ever since January, I think that Pokemon card has been releasing some pretty unpopular product. Sword Shield 1, not good products, didn't sell well. Rebel Clash, even worse. Like seriously, you can still order that first print run of ETB from distributor. That's how bad it is. And then all the other boxes, Meowth, what other boxes? I didn't even order a lot of them. A lot of the boxes that, oh, even the Pikachu figure boxes, they tried, but it's just not as popular. But something became really popular recently: the League Battle deck. So the League Battle deck with the Pikachu Zekrom and Charizard Reshiram, that one was really popular because of the 4 in one of the sets, and then this Charizard. Okay, so that one was really popular. So I think that it's likely that Pokemon is finally not losing money. They're finally making some more revenue in these upcoming few months, and because of that, Unbroken Bond and Team Up will not be unprinted. Will not be reprinted. So yeah, I'm quite certain by saying this, but you have to know that this is my personal opinion. So if they do reprint it, don't quote me and say you know what, collect Pokemon just said that they weren't going to be reprinted. So here's the thing: if you have Unbroken Bond boxes, you can sell it out slowly. That's what I'm saying. If you have Team Up booster box, you can sell it out a lot quicker. I don't think the price will hold up for Team Up for a very long time, to be very honest with you. Unbroken Bond will. And, sell it slowly. But if you're asking me, should I buy Unbroken Bond or Team Up booster box right now at around $150 a box, hoping that it would go to $250, $300? I would say definitely no. The current booster box market is too hot for it. You might be better off, looking for some more popular single cards, or even at local game store, look at some booster packs. I mean, if you can't buy a booster box, I mean, just buy some loose pack and just store it. I mean, chances are, you buy it for what, $2.99, $3.99 a booster pack, and it'll go up in price for sure. And the risk is a lot lower than buying a sealed booster box at $150, $200 right now, because if it reprints like Roaring Skies, just saying if, I don't think it will, but if, you end up with nothing. So that's that's my personal opinion into this. So that's pretty much it. So this has been quite a long video. If you guys stayed with me, that's good. I'm not really good at making these sort of video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll talk about Hidden Fates and maybe some opening here and there. Peace out. This is Collect Pokemon.